The 2026 Dublin Rose is...
I hate that, where you got to pretend you're happy for somebody, but you're not. Yeah, give me a hug. I don't get why we do this. We go out of our way to overly accommodate immigrants. We do it here. They're doing it in Ireland. For almost 70 years, Ireland's Rose of Tralee festival has celebrated Irish women of Irish descent. One woman from each of Ireland's 32 counties is picked each year to represent their county. It's a lot like our own Miss America pageant here, but with the Rose of Tralee festival, the woman who best represents Irish heritage and Irish descent is the winner. But this year, because of far-left policies, the Dublin Rose of Tralee is a black Muslim woman from Somalia. Because nothing says Dublin, Ireland, home of Guinness and Trinity College, like the name Suad Moj. Gavin Pepper is a Dublin City Council member. Gavin, it's great to have you. Can you explain to me how a black woman of Somali descent best represents Irish heritage?
It's just the way things have gone in Ireland now, Finnerty. That's just, you know, this is who they're picking. It's you know, what can you do when that's who's crowned? Like it is what it is. That's the way it's gone in Ireland. It's whoever enters, they pick. We can't decide who picks. You know, it's not. It's to represent the Rose of Tralee in the August. That's going on in August. They have the competition, so that's who Dublin picks. So it's just the way it is now in Ireland. You know,
it's tragic. Suad's the only black woman in the competition. She's the only Muslim woman in the competition. She says that she wants to move to New York City so that Zohran Mandami can be her mayor, meaning she clearly doesn't represent the best Ireland has to offer, because she said it in her videos. She wants to leave Ireland. How concerned are you that this woman wins the whole thing in 3 weeks?
Well, look, you know, when it comes to migration in Ireland, the Rose of Tralee festival would be the least of my worries at the moment in relation. We have a big issue with illegal immigration in Ireland, and that's the main thing. As for Mandami over in New York, I'm no fan of his. That in Ireland now, the way the media works now is RTE, Virgin Media, all their main news stations, they're just left-wing. They act like they're not, but, you know, RTE is bailed out by us, the Irish taxpayer, to the tune of 725 million. And all they do is promote the same politicians and left-wing ideologies, left, right and centre. It's shocking. You have no voice in our country anymore, Finnerty.
Yeah.
You know, you look, we're watching it from...
Are the people of Ireland upset about this?
We're looking at America. And when we think of America, we're saying the amount of corporation tax our country gets coming from mainly American countries, and yet our politicians are very unfriendly towards America. You know, we have one politician that called our president a predator, right? That's a reality, and didn't get condemned by the other politicians. These are the serious issues. We've had migrant crime in Ireland that politicians in Ireland don't want to talk about. You've got a 10-year-old young girl that was allegedly sexually assaulted over in the City West Migrant, at the City West Migrant Centre. It's a hotel that's housing migrants, and there's a trial going on in relation to that. Like, our country is in a shambles at the moment, and it's ran by politicians that do not care about what's happening.
Yeah, Gavin, it breaks my heart. My brother was married there. My grandparents are from Ireland on both sides. This breaks my heart. In the past, and I was looking at some of the videos of competitors in the past who have won, and they do something to show off their Irish heritage. A lot of them do Irish step dancing. They do other things. This is what Suad did. Take a look. Does that make you mad? That has nothing to do with Ireland. None of it.
Look, like I said, it's the likes of me don't decide who enters the Rose of Tralee. You know, as a councillor in Dublin at the moment, I'm more concerned about the dangers of illegal immigration coming into the country, and you know what happened in Spain, off that island that's owned by Spanish territory.
Let me ask you about
criminals
Spain
that
quickly,
came.
Gavin. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I do want to ask you about that. You know, the number right now tonight is something like 60,000 Muslim illegal immigrants are coming into Spain because as soon as they set their feet on Spanish territory, they are afforded due process, according to the Spanish Supreme Court, which is just an insane leftist policy, and it's absolute anarchy and mayhem there. Your reaction to that, and what's happening to Europe?
It's absolutely sickening. Europe is destroyed. It really is. It's not safe in Ireland anymore. You know, our politicians, I was on Fox there recently highlighting how dangerous Dublin is. Like a Pittsburgh Steelers player was attacked and robbed while he was over here when there was a game on.
Yeah.
You seen what happened to Jamie. We caught some players rest with our family. But it really is sickening how dangerous our city's got. You know, we were there was related that we were in the top 4 as European countries for violent crime. You know, that's the reality. I look at Ireland now, and when I walk down the street, I feel like a stranger in my own country. I really do. I want mass deportations. I want them sent home. Their taxes, we pay taxes, and that should be going to help the Irish people. But it's not. It's going to help migrants who are put in state-of-the-art accommodation where they get breakfast, lunch, and dinner, broadband, you name it, they get it for free. And I see this happening over in America as well.
Gavin, it was happening under Joe Biden. It was happening for 4 years. And Donald Trump put a stop to it. And I'll be honest, that might be his lasting legacy, is the border here has been closed for the last 2 years, and that's been a very good thing. We've got to leave it there. Gavin Pepper, we'll be watching. The finals for the Rose of Tralee Festival are in 3 weeks. We'll be watching to see what happens. Appreciate you being here, sir. Thank you.